Hey book lovers, Tabitha Roach here with Usborne Books and More. I'm excited to share with you some great fact books, great for learning. If you know Usborne, you know they're the leading publisher of children's nonfiction. One of my favorite things that Peter Usborne actually said when I heard him speak was that he believes that all children are geniuses and they deserve books that treat them that way. And you can definitely feel that mindset in all of the Usborne books. First up for the little ones, My Wild Animal World and My Farm Animal World comes with a collection of 9 chunky board books that you can stack as little blocks and you can match up. Oh, we didn't match them up right, but they can match them up in their correct slot. And each little book says what the animal is, where it lives, what its baby is called, what it eats, and what it says. They're going to learn so much from those at a very young age. They will love them. Great gift idea. Another favorite is our big books, like Big Book of Big Machines, trains, animals, ships, like everything you can think of. Kids just dive into the bigness of these books, full of bite-sized chunks of information, great pictures and illustrations, and kids get to see things that they normally wouldn't get to see except in a big expandable book like this. It is a favorite. Highly recommend those. Big Book of English Words is definitely by far my favorite picture word book I've ever seen. It is just brilliant in not only how many different words and vocabulary are presented here. I just love the varying concepts that are covered to really learn so much from this book in those sponge years where they're just like soaking it all up. They will love it. You will love it. Okay, so one way that Usborne loves to present information is through Lift the Flap books. It definitely encourages retention of information when you're interacting with a book, lifting up flaps, and having that visual and tactile experience with them. And we have Lift the Flap books from young through older, where you're going to even learn from some of them, starting with our Peek Inside books that have lots of great flaps like Peek Inside the Farm. Some great basic farm information in here for little ones with great cutouts and peek throughs. They will enjoy these at a very young age and they'll start learning from them at a very young age. Our Lift the Flap books, we have Lift the Flap word, colors, opposites, counting. It is really a great way for kids to learn these basic concepts by matching up what's going on at the bottom to what's going on in the flaps to really grasp these different concepts. Highly recommend those. Okay, so then we have our Look Inside books. Now, the food one is one of my favorites. Who knew that the world of food was so interesting? This book talks so much about farming and just food in general. And hello, anytime you put cows in a book with flaps, you know there's one thing you're going to see, and kids are going to love it. But it is just brilliant how much information is in here about food, which is so important in life. We also have a series of questions. We have many in this series, by the way, castles, mummies, like human body, everything. We also have questions and answers Lift the Flap book, which if you have a child that loves to ask questions, you're going to want to look at this series. And they ask the question and then they lift the flap to get the answer and understand what was going on. And then finally, we have our See Inside books, which were the first Lift the Flap books. This is one of our top sellers. It's really, really necessary, I say, in every home library. It just talks about all different aspects of the human body and gives them an inside view of what's going on to understand that bodily process. It is really an awesome book to have around. And the newest in that series is See Inside Exploration and Discovery. But we have, I don't know, probably at least a dozen in this series with some really great concepts covered. Highly recommend our children's encyclopedia. Usborne is the best at presenting bite-sized chunks of information with beautiful illustrations and photos. And they're also internet linked with safe, accurate websites that takes the learning further and also aids in any research that they need to do. And I love how organized the content in our encyclopedias are. New are our awesome pocketbooks, which are great little spotter guides. We have mammals, we have insects, we have birds, and we have reptiles. Kids will love the fact there's trivial information in these and the pictures, and they're just fun little books to have. For a little bit older, but so many ages love our Discovery Adventure series, which presents so much good information, lots of little stories. There's even some graphic novel type pages where it really this series appeals to a lot of different types of learners. Reluctant learners, reluctant readers are going to love them because of how interesting the information is that's being presented and the format that it's presented in. So highly recommend those. And finally, let's enter the world of art. Art Treasury is a great learning book for your home. It introduces an amazing, beautiful piece of famous art and gives a little history about that and the artist. And the following page is a fun, adventure that they can do. Project, there's the word, that they can do using similar skills as presented in that famous piece of art. Amazing. You will love it. Every art teacher will love to have that. Happy reading and learning.